Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Yende. Let me ask you something. If I handed you a report today, a report with every letter of your DNA, would it tell you how long you'll live? Would it tell you whether you'll develop cancer, heart disease, Alzheimer's, or diabetes? Would it reveal your future? A lot of people think the answer is yes. After all, we hear phrases like, it's genetic. It runs in the family. It's in your DNA. And the modern wellness industry has taken that idea even further. Today, companies promise to tell you which diet you should follow, which supplements you need, how your body detoxifies, which exercise program is best, whether you're destined for obesity, whether you're destined for Alzheimer's, whether you'll age quickly, whether you'll become a centenarian. The message is simple. Read your DNA, decode your future. But is that actually true? Today, we're looking at one of the most misunderstood topics in modern medicine, genetic testing, what it can tell us, what it can't, why some tests can save lives, why others create confusion, and why the future of longevity may depend less on your genes than you think. The Human Genome Project changed everything. In 2003, scientists completed one of the greatest scientific achievements in history, the Human Genome Project. For the first time, humanity had essentially decoded the instruction manual of human life. 3 billion genetic letters, a blueprint for building a human being. Scientists were thrilled. Many believed that once DNA was decoded, the secrets of disease would finally be unlocked. Cancer, heart disease, Alzheimer's, diabetes, everything. Expectations were enormous. But something surprising happened. The answers didn't arrive, at least not in the way many expected. Why DNA is not a crystal ball? Imagine two people. Both carry a genetic risk factor for heart disease. One has a heart attack at 52, the other lives to 95. Same gene, completely different outcome. Why? Because genes influence risk. They don't guarantee destiny. Genetics is often probabilistic, not deterministic. Your DNA may raise the odds, but it rarely writes the whole story. The interaction between genes and environment shapes much of what happens. Nutrition, exercise, sleep, stress, smoking, alcohol, metabolic health, relationships, purpose, and trauma all affect how genes are expressed. Scientists call this epigenetics. Genes may load the gun. Environment often pulls the trigger. The biggest mistake people make. Many people get fascinated by genotype, the DNA sequence, but ignore phenotype. What is phenotype? It's what your body is actually doing. Your blood pressure, blood sugar, cholesterol, body composition, sleep quality, VO2 max, muscle mass, heart function, and brain function. In many cases, measuring phenotype directly tells us far more than reading DNA. Imagine two people. One has perfect longevity genes but sleeps badly, never exercises, has severe insulin resistance, and high blood pressure. The other has average genetics but excellent fitness, strong metabolic health, good sleep, healthy relationships, and emotional resilience. Which one is more likely to live longer? The answer is obvious. Biology rewards behavior. When genetic testing can change lives, to be clear, genetic testing can be incredibly valuable and sometimes life-saving. One of the best examples is inherited cancer syndromes. You've probably heard of BRCA1 and BRCA2. These mutations significantly raise the risk of breast and ovarian cancer. For people with these mutations, knowing their genetic status can change. Screening schedules, MRI surveillance, preventive surgery decisions, family planning, treatment options. This is where genetic testing becomes powerful because it changes action. Information without action has limited value. Information that changes decisions can save lives. Heart disease and the hidden risks. Cardiovascular disease remains the world's leading killer. Some genetic conditions greatly increase risk, including familial hypercholesterolemia, inherited cardiomyopathies, and electrical disorders of the heart. Some people look completely healthy, normal weight, athletic, no symptoms, yet they carry silent inherited risks. Genetic testing can sometimes identify these risks years before disaster strikes. This matters especially when there's a strong family history of sudden cardiac death, early heart attacks, unexplained strokes, or multiple affected relatives. In these cases, genetics may uncover information that routine testing misses. Alzheimer's and the APOE question. One of the most requested genetic tests today involves Alzheimer's disease, especially a gene called APOE, particularly APOE4. Many people want to know, do I carry it? Will I develop dementia? The truth is more complicated. APOE4 increases risk, but it is not a diagnosis. Many APOE4 carriers never develop Alzheimer's. Many Alzheimer's patients never carried APOE4. Knowing the result may help with planning, lifestyle optimization, research participation, and long-term preparation, but it cannot predict the future with certainty. That's one of the most important lessons in genetics. Risk is not destiny. The supplement industry's genetic fantasy. This is where things get messy. Many companies now sell genetic reports claiming to tell you, you need this vitamin, you need this supplement, you need this detox protocol, you need this methylation support, you need this expensive program. The science behind these claims is often far weaker than the marketing. Biological plausibility is not the same as clinical evidence. Just because a genetic variant affects a biochemical pathway doesn't mean supplementation will improve outcomes. Medicine requires evidence, not speculation, not clever marketing, not social media trends. Evidence. The most important test may not be DNA. Imagine two people. One spends thousands on advanced genetic testing, the other gets a DEXA scan, blood work, a coronary calcium score, VO2 max testing, body composition analysis, sleep evaluation, and metabolic assessment. Who learns more actionable information? Often it's the second person, because we're measuring reality, not possibility. That's why Medicine 3.0 emphasizes prediction and prevention, not just information gathering. The goal is not to collect data. The goal is to improve outcomes. The centenarian lesson. Researchers studying centenarians have found something fascinating. Many have genetic advantages, but not all. Some even carry genetic risks that should have shortened their lives, yet they still lived beyond 100. Why? Because longevity is multifactorial. It involves muscle mass, strength, balance, cardiorespiratory fitness, metabolic health, sleep, nutrition, stress management, social connection, purpose, and emotional resilience. Genetics contributes, but lifestyle determines how much of that potential is actually realized. The Oxyzen perspective. At Oxyzen, we focus on health intelligence, not genetic fear and not genetic fatalism. Intelligence. Your genes matter, but so does your sleep, your recovery, your stress, your cardiovascular fitness, your metabolic flexibility, your relationships, and your daily behaviors. Imagine two dashboards. One shows genetic possibilities. The other shows your body's actual performance today, heart rate variability, sleep quality, stress burden, recovery capacity, readiness. Which dashboard helps you make better decisions tomorrow morning? Probably the second, because it reflects biology in real time. Final thought. Your DNA is a blueprint, not a prison sentence. Not a prophecy, not a crystal ball. Some genetic findings can be life-changing. Others are just interesting. The real question is not, what genes do I have? It's, what am I going to do with that information? Because the future of longevity won't belong to the people who simply know their DNA. It will belong to the people who combine knowledge with action. Strength, fitness, nutrition, sleep, recovery, relationships, purpose, and intelligent prevention. Your genes may influence your journey, but your daily choices still shape the destination. I'm Dr. Yende, and this is Oxyzen Health Intelligence, helping you decode your biology, optimize your future, and live not just longer, but better.